What you see before you is a very rare machine indeed, one of only 8 in Europe, a top-fuel drag bike. It's so rapid that ex-racer Frank Brachtvogel, who helped build it, won't go on it.
These are a little bit too fast for me. I don't mind tuning them, but you know, 0 to 100 mile an hour in less than a second, that's...
How fast?
0 to 100 mile an hour in less than a second.
Blimey. To give you some idea of that speed, we took a gentle drive up the quarter-mile drag strip at Santa Pod in Northamptonshire, accelerating to 30 miles an hour. Quite fast enough to fall off and hurt yourself, quite enough time to explain that there are 6 classes of motorcycle drag racing, ranging from fast street bikes through modified bikes running on aviation fuel and nitrous oxide to even more specialist classes. And still have time to listen to a little music. Now on his quarter Scorcher, Phil Brachvogel's trip will look more like this.
It's just brilliant, you know. Once you hit it off the line, you're into about 3 Gs instantly. You know, it's like incredible. It's not the sort of thing you do when you've got a bad back, I can tell you.
The bike is a jewel of craftsmanship, tailor-made to Phil's own size. Brother Frank and the world-famous Northamptonshire engine builder Puma constructed much of it, including the all-important motor, from scratch.
It's supercharged fuel injected, and it runs with 85–90% nitromethane, producing in the region of 1,000 horsepower on a good day. The best this bike has run at the moment in a quarter of a mile. It's done it in 6.6 seconds with a terminal speed of 206 mile an hour. So it's, but that's a little bit slow. You know, we want to be a bit quicker than that. If we can run 650s at 220, then we'll be happy with that. Once the bike starts from the start line, it will actually go on the wheelie bars. The front wheel will come off the ground, and it'll be pressing on the back wheels. If we didn't have them, it would just flip over backwards. And it's usually on these up until anything between 180, 190 mile an hour. It's just riding on the 2 wheels at the back and this wheel.
Drag bikes aren't all as exotic. You can make a flying start on any fast street machine. You can also make a comeback, like Ian Warren from Stevenage. Very brave to be racing anything.
He broke his back in a motorcycle accident on the road. He was told that he'll never walk again. So in hospital for 3 years. He was in a wheelchair for about a year. And then physiotherapy helped him, and now he's racing. We haven't put it flat out yet, but I rough guess about 150 in third gear. So that is going some.
But not going enough. In the next pit, Ken Cooper's team get a boost from chemicals. That's to say nitrous oxide strapped on the bike.
It's called throttle in a bottle, and once you've tried it, you'll never go back. Off you go, and then normally you bring the nitrous in, most of us in about 2nd gear, and then the nitrous kicks in, and the smile begins.
But you don't use it on the road.
I have been known to, once or twice. It's a bit frightening on the road, especially when a bend comes up rather quick.
We do have a bit of a problem with the weather. Once it rains, there's nothing you can do. You just can't get any traction. It's very dangerous.
The slightest spot of rain and everything stops. It doesn't start again until the track's been blown, swept and run dry. Today's frustrating, especially with the amazing quarter Scorcher at Santa Pod for testing. Phil and Frank aren't competing, just testing over half distance, an 1/8 of a mile. That's still over 70 quid in fuel plus oil and a new set of plugs each time.
You know, when these plugs were in this condition here, it was still doing 160 mile an hour and accelerating, you know.
The team wait for a gap in the traffic. Frank hates that.
Yeah, oh yeah, I age hell of a lot. I look old enough now, but you know, I gain a year every minute, I think. But Mr. Cool in the background there, you know, doesn't seem to bother him a lot. I often wonder whether he's awake.
You have to physically lay on the bike, because if you sat on it, it just throw you straight over the back. It's that hard. The acceleration is that hard. The first one, 60 foot, really is just reactionary. You can't think about that. That just happens. You can then feel if the tyre's turning, if the tyre's spinning. And if it's a good launch, it's actually on the wheelie bars. You can actually feel the vibration through the back, so you know it's a good launch. basically you have to hit the throttle to the stop, then that actuates all the clutch system and everything, and hang on tight. Hang on very tight.
Phil, who drives a forklift during the week, is taking it easy. In 220 yards, the bike averages only 158 miles an hour, taking a leisurely 5.8 seconds. But then, this is only testing.
That was good, that wasn't too bad to run. The engine started real soft, the clutch was very soft, which means it's not going to make a lot of power. But hopefully it's all in one bit and we get some good readings off that run. So from there we can progress on.